All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming back for another session. Pile up some energy today at the beach, and there was no reception. And I had to take my phone deeply within the water, so I had to communicate with a client. Like, oh God, it's good to be on a place where the phones doesn't work or halfway work or so. Kind of like the energy's pretty good if there is nobody around you within 200 meters around, and you kind of like uh, mm, so was pretty good. Was pretty good day, and power of now you need to understand is the most uh, actual power from within you. And let's go recognize people in the chat. Okay, Lisa, hi. Margaret, CJ, Christine, CF. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming in here. And we are going to talk about, oh, there you go. May the forest be with you, Ray. Thank you for being here. So today we are going into how to stay in the present. But before you understand the how, you need to understand the why. And the importance of the present, the future is now, and you're welcome. Because what you're doing right now, this current moment, this present time, you actually gonna have reflection within your future, but also within your past. A lot of the people who are interesting how to stay within the present, they have to find deep from them the reason why they stay in the present. Sometimes you have to stay a little bit in the past. That past is about you to do revaluations of your own self. Okay. Because of something into the present is not proper. Okay. Sometimes you have to stay into the future. That is the place of where the dreams are coming, where the guidelines are coming. Okay. But there is nothing more expensive of the presence of now. Because if you recognize the moment that now you need time to go back into your past and reevaluate the things, which is that is the reason why we have Saturn doing the squaring towards the north and the south node. That is exactly what we need. But what does the Saturn do? Saturn asks for the questions and that needs answers. Questions about the past, but also questions about the future. He's in retrograde mode, which is about to look at your world from within your spiritual world. What are you lacking in there? Because it's missing the actions in the material world. That's mean missing the actions within Capricorn, and you missing things now. There is something you are missing, and what are you missing is you looking at how to figure out all the things for a better future. In order to do the better future, it depends on the actions of what you're doing at now, at this current present moment. Okay. How to stay though? How to stay within the moment is to recognize where you are, okay, at the current present moment. What is the most important things that you need to do? Okay, so you can have a better future in the base of your past experiences. There's going to be some. Hi, Dan. Thank you for being here. Good morning. Uh, there is going to be some times that this situation's going to come up now and you did something in the past. It's maybe a good, maybe a bad, maybe ugly, or whatever the situation is. And now you have the same situation. Okay, that could be lack of finances. That could be a lack of a job. That could be lack of relationship or whatever it is. Okay, whatever that could be. All right, and now you are sitting ducks and you're looking at like, what should I do? But you're sitting ducks. You're sitting ducks because you've been sitting ducks before, and probably looking for a help, somebody to come and someone to help you, someone to rescue, somebody to do the things for you. No, to stay into the present, okay, and to control the present, it depends only within your own hands. But you depending on of other people, you have a codependency. Okay. If you are interdependent, now the person who is with you, they will understand they have to help you through this tough time. Okay. It's going to come in naturally and you will accept the help naturally. But if you're codependent, so guess what? You seeking and you demanding a help from others because you can't solve your issue. You didn't solve your issue from the past. So now you sit in docks and you have kind of like a cloudy visions about your future. It's a cloudy visions because it happened as the same thing in the past. So what you need to do is uh, reevaluate quickly the situations and go deeply from within. Do a meditation. Reach out within your soul and ask your soul what I was wrong, what that I did, what is the situation, what is the present situations now, and what can I do to fix it now so I can have a better future. That's what you need to do. The present and the power of now. Okay, your actions at the moment, okay, determinates your future. You begin from in your internal world to understand that you are investing in yourself now for better future. You're building your future. Um, the question is hi CC, thank you for being here. Uh, if you're missing the moment though of now, way back in your past, and now you have this tower moment because you focus on something else, but not in the present moment. You may be focusing too much on the dreams, or you may be focused on the past, or you maybe were stinking lazy. You didn't did the work that it's needed to be done so we can have a better future now. And now you are in these situations of what am I missing? The most important part is when you find those whys from within, your situations from within, is to look at them, but don't just look at them like the front page of a newspaper. On the front page, it says disaster that you come upon yourself and a picture there. And that's it. You look disaster. But you look at it down underneath the picture and it says continue on page 15. Now you open up that newspaper, which is you. You go on page 15 and you begin to read. Read yourself. You read yourself, you read the things, you read the situations, and now you know the bad news. You close the newspaper. Now, what you do is roll your sleeves and you get to work. But now, in the present moment, to fix the things that you have to fix so this bad news doesn't happen anymore. There could be even more deeply reasons why this bad news happens to you in the present. Okay, but it is about to fix it in the present if you want to have a better future. Okay. Uh, oh yeah. Ah, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I'll come and talk to you after we finish here. Oh wow, Nuri, hi. Hey brother. Nuri is my spiritual brother, and he's my friend and my roommate. So yeah, um, let me tell you, this guy knows a lot. Okay. We do some videos with him in Bulgarian language, but I'm glad to see him here. So the present, how you stay in the present. Let's say like you are daydreaming, and all of a sudden you too much daydreaming, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my god, I gotta run, I'm late for work. So you miss the present moment of now. You need to focus within the present of what you do. Um, you may be daydreaming during situations from within you, or maybe you're reviewing the past when you're not supposed to. Oh wow, Crystalline, hey, thank you for being here. Glad to see you here in the chat. We were expecting some questions from you. The present has a very specific option. If you guys remember the picture from yesterday, that was the infinity sign. Okay, and you dwelling between the past and the present, the past, the present, the future, past, the present, the future. A lot of the people trying to manipulate things in the present so they can program the future. You need to understand that anytime there is a manipulations going on, is not it's not going to work. Manipulation works for a little bit, but after that is disasters coming. uh, but if you stay in the center, you're not dwelling anymore in the past and the future. You only go in the past and the future when you need to. But when you understand that the work that you do now, it will affect your future because of the base of your past, you unite everything from within the past, the future, and the present. Okay. It's kind of like an internal process when you are connecting with your soul, and your soul it's talking to you and tells like, go do this, go do that, go get this. So for example, today I was so stressed out. I got a family situations that goes on and so on, and I was like, I'm stressed. That's mean that today I'm gonna drop everything. I have to fix myself. That was the when I caught up myself that whatever I was going to do wasn't going to help me to release this pressures for it. I had to go relax. So I went, I had a coffee, and out of the coffee, I made a daily report, and I bowled out. I went out to the beach and I stayed there and I calmed down and like did meditations and communications with the universe, because that's what I have to do for a better future if I want to fix the situation properly. So I've been very sick for a few weeks and getting better. You look great. Thanks, Crystalline. I'll appreciate. Maybe we can talk sometimes over the Facebook. Maybe you can call me in a late afternoon because I'm having a talk right after the video here. So let's talk about a little bit drawing. Uh, I'm missing my white screen. Okay. So this is the present now. Okay, that is the current moment. This is your past. This is the future. This could be the good, the bad, and um, Oh wow, crystalline! I got to upgrade. I got to upgrade my um, the whole studio. I upgraded because I needed to do some a lot of stuff. So yeah, the Nutella is gone. Actually, not gone, but it's right in there. I did a lot of improvements. If you see right there. So um, so within your mind, you have this all day long. Okay, you got all day long going through the motions and dwelling. Okay, now if you stop dwelling and you focus right in here from within in the presence now, you see of what that benefits you and steals your energies from it. And you see that if you're putting so much energy in the future, that could maybe happen or maybe not. You realize it's only a dream. Okay, so in order to achieve your dream, so for example, if you have a dream for the future to expand, you understand that this future here depends of what? Depends of what you're doing into the now. Okay, you may be asking, you may be asking for thousands of dollars, and you're like, okay, I will go ahead and invest money. But you're telling only yourself. You never went to the investment company. You never invested $1,000. So tomorrow, you tell this the same thing. It's the same story. It repeats over and over and over. And one day you wake up, you don't have the $1,000, and you question yourself why I have no money. The reason is you were told something to be done in the present, you never did it. Okay, you understand that in the past you got things that's going on, and now you're missing the better future. You may be building a business, and guess what? You didn't did the work for that business, so you're losing the business. You may be not investing in the present of a relationship, you lose the relationship. You did not invest in yourself to get a better person. Guess what? Now the tower is coming because somehow you attract the same things to you. So um, by you understanding that the presence of now have a reflections on your future, you will go ahead and focus on the moment. You get to work, you go make a money, you go ahead and put food in your table, you go ahead and cook for it. All right, but you now specifically into the, if you cross the road, okay, within the new, now you want to understand that you will require this deep revaluations. Now you want, you have the abilities to use your powers that was given to you to review and how to redo the things into the material world. But that is the presence of now, using the current energies that they exist from within you. You felt intense energies. You felt those intense energies because of something that you haven't done in the past. You maybe also send those intense energy because you are hyper sensitive. Okay, and that's hypersensitivity. Okay, it's coming in from because you're in a high vibrations. Okay, but if you feel the guilt, the shame, and everything within yourself, that's mean you missed the moment of now while back, and now it's review time, so you can change. But when you have to change, no, no, not tomorrow. Uh-uh. You're changing now. You make the firm decisions that you are going to change from now on. You're not going to be the person who did all that. You're going to turn your past in your past where it's belonged to. The future hasn't come yet, but you know the future depends of this right in here. There is no future. because the future changes, the future adapts, and the way that the way that the future adapts and changes, and it's determined from the present. So that's why there is nothing more expensive than the moment. You destroy something down the road, you pay the price for it. You build something, you gain something down. But it's all up to you of all this. About the thought process that doing the things at this moment, it is more important to you. But what is more important to you? Your inner peace. You won't be able to do the things that you need to do if you don't have an inner peace. You will never gonna do the things if you're at your home or the place that you live. There is no inner peace. It's impossible because the inner peace, your the disruptions of the inner peace is gone. You can't. You focus on something else, somewhere else, but not in that inner peace. But when within the family there is inner peace, now you're building something. Now you're doing something from within. You're doing everything that needs to be done for it. So, ray of light. Yes, I haven't looked at chat for a little bit. I should have done that yesterday. Sadness came over me. I handled the wrong way. Yeah, the sadness is something that you realize that you should have not do certain actions that cause and reflect in the future of now. Yeah, CJs, we all go through this, and now it's the time that when you go through this moments, okay, these moments of breaking down, it is about to reevaluate yourself and upgrade yourself for a better version. That's what this new energies right now, where they comes in. That's what this upgrade is. That's what this push. That's what these intense energies are for. They're not for any other purpose. You will understand that the bad that happens now, it is for to show you what you need to do so it can be a good one day. But of what are you going to do now? It is about to work on yourself, change yourself, love yourself, accept yourself, heal the past from within you. And when you heal your past, you know what you need to change to create a better future for you. Okay. Um, so strong energy right now. I wonder. I love all people. Pretty good, Christine. Thank you. Ray of Light, creating chronology of events. My past has helped me to reflect and look the pattern as well as journaling. Yes, journaling is good. It's a lot of help if you keep yourself journals. Those are the writings that you do, and you kind of like instead of telling someone how you feel, you tell your journal how you feel. You express yourself there. Okay, so you can go back and you can review to yourself. Journaling is one of the best tool you to reevaluate yourself, like on the regular life. Okay, but the best reevaluation tool ever you will use, that's your soul. Your soul knows exactly and how fast you can fix everything within your mind, your heart, your head to be put in the right place. But a lot of the people have issues with this. They miss the communications with their soul because the ego is in control. And that leads to a lot of disasters in life, a lot of problems within the future because the ego destroyed things within the past, which is once that was present. And now the aftermath is the destructions. So it's good. By the way, Ray, thank you for sharing this because journaling it's one of the best tools out there that you can actually kind of like leave a note to your past self But during those notes, you can see the things. What did you wrote? What was the energy? How did you felt? And everything. Um, Talking about inner peace was a topic question I had noted today. Yes, inner peace. Yeah, inner peace, inner peace, inner peace. Go watch. I think so was Panda Kung Fu Panda 3. I think was or 2. Uh, One of those, and you will see. Or go ahead and watch Star Wars. When she tries to be an inner peace, let all the Jedi's be with me, and she can't reach the peace. And it's like she's like, I'm totally failure. No, you're not failure. It is about to work on yourself, and she did a lot of work in the movie to reach that inner peace. It was the same thing like Kung Fu Panda. It was like beating himself, to find the inner peace, but he couldn't achieve that. Why? Because it wasn't really the moment. So there is nothing more expensive than the moment again. Um, CC, I'm losing a grip. I'm so stressed. I am losing a grip, or so stressed because of condition. Does that mean I lost connection to God and universe? You're stressed because of the situations of the current moment, CC. There is a conditions that are present now and are based of what you did in the past. You didn't lose connection. You probably didn't lose connections at all. You lost the connection a while back in the past, and now you're in some kind of hole deep into the ground, and you're wondering how can you kind of like rise up again into the surface. You probably have to go do some revaluation process from within. And if you're in a hole, go ahead and build a steps of that hole. So basically, we'll explain it to you a little bit. So, for example, you're in this pit hole. So you're right in here, okay, and you're wondering what's going on. Hi, Giuliano. Hey, thanks for being here, bud. Glad to see you here. So now you're here and you feel why you're disconnect with everything that goes on here on the surface. What's going on in here? All right, you're missing probably uh, the palm trees and the beach and the water, okay? But you're here. So what do is you take that pit, you evaluate yourself, and now what you're going to do is you go ahead and dig up uh, some steps so you can go and get yourself out of it of this CC. Okay, and when you do this, when you rise up again, maybe you're also a sense and energy of depression or energy of kind of like a fall down, slipped, or something. Take yourself out of the past. The past only keeps you here in that pitfall, CC. Okay, talking to you directly to you. Uh, Make those steps. Okay, one time at a day. But once you climbed out, you will find out that you never lose the connection with God. You just had a connection with the hidden part of God that put you in this situation so you can see yourself in the darkness, so you can find your own light. And if I'm you, okay, I will sit down and have a really self talk and reach deep from within me. What it's my dreams in life. Put those dreams into a paper and go after them now in the present. Okay, what I need to do to achieve this? I need to learn this, and this, and I need this, and this. I need these tools. But I have to be honest, to me, I have to be get from within me. Okay, somebody's at the door. I gotta answer. See what's going on. Sorry about that, but helping duties. My neighbor comes in. Her blood pressure, think was needed to be fixed pretty quick. So that's what that is. So uh, uh, Juliana Tosca, it's difficult to focus on the present because society has made it distract you constantly. Tell me your opinion. Yeah, society will distract you. Okay, but if you stand in your ground, you will know how to break in within the society. You will know how to do it. You can use the society for your own benefits. Okay. For example, you can go and be in a place where you going to feel happy of what you do, and the society doesn't affect you. Okay. You don't engage with people who are negative, or people who just want to use you, or worse, abuse you. Now that society doesn't work with you, but reaching deep from within your soul will lead you to this place. Your soul will lead you to this kind of people. Your soul is going to lead you to this kind of environment that you needed to be. You're going to be pulled. Okay. Question is how you're going to recognize it, and that recognition comes in with your actions of the now. But if you let the society rules you, if you're watching news, so for example, let me explain this. Long time ago, when I became kind of like awakened, I began and I did one very smart thing. I shut that off, the TV. We had no TV for about, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 years until get with it. So I haven't watched TV. If I need to hear something on the news, I check some news, but I don't have a TV. Even here right now that I have a TV, there is no antenna to it. So I use it only for the monitor. If I need to watch some movie, I go to the movie site and I play the movie, or get in, I download it and I'm watching it. So here we go. That's how it goes. You have to stay only also from the society when people tries to feed you what's going on within the society. It's like, oh, this thing happened. They putting their fears on you. I sense a lot of the people have this tendency because they're codependent. They listen other people, and now because they listen to other people, they're in a crash right now at the moment, and that is the effect of the society, of your surrounding. Okay, you go ahead and have a something. Let's say, for example, you go ahead and having a money problem. Okay, so you go to someone and someone gives you an advice and they tells you, well, um, you know, I just found a man who has a lot of money, and now you're looking for a man who has a lot of money. Okay, but guess what? The man doesn't have a lot of money. You got the wrong idea about love. Okay, you understand that life puts you at one point you to get in your butt and make money. Now you understand that love is not about to be used for a bank account. You learning things that you have to get to work. Um, you gotta have a lot of truth and honesty to yourself. Okay, if you allowed other people to create the opinion from within you, you give the power to them. Okay, you give the power to them. You're going through advice to someone who is more broke than you will be broke as far as money. If you go to ask for advice of someone who is so screw up in relationships and they put their fears within you, guess what? Their fears becomes your fears, so now you screw up in your relationship as well. You go out and allow others to tell you, and you taking that for you. You give the power of your own soul to somebody else. Realizing this can cost you a lot because that disconnection from within you, within the soul, you are really have to look this codependency. You're depending on somebody else's opinion. You have to depend on your own opinion, specifically with important events in life, not to listen someone. Before listen someone, take a look their life, take a look their success, take a look at it, their energy, their actions. Actions speaking louder than words. Okay, if this person is successful, okay, but if they don't, why would you listen to them? So there is a lot of things that needs to be going on. Christina Love India. Oh my God, CC. Oh. You have to be disciplined to stay in the now. Distraction are meant to keep off what you're supposed to be doing. Exactly. Diana, thank you for so much for putting your inputs here, and that's what the chat is for. And yeah, you guys can help each other here in the chat room, even if you guys can't communicate after the chat that it's here. But this is a very powerful to stay disciplined. Lack of discipline will lead to the lack of accountability. Lack of accountability, it's going to lead you to this state from within you that you will not recognize the things from within. And you hold yourself accountable for what did you did or what did you do. That is can lead to a more issues from within. Lack of the discipline. Okay, lack of the discipline of having your true self from within can lead you to a lot of disasters from it. I mean, this could be like you have a true intentions, you have everything, you put the energy and the effort, but you're not a true to yourself. So now, when the moment comes in, you to create actions, you're a total disaster, you're a failure, and you're a total failure because you never overcome the fears. You never understood that when you say something, you do it. And when you do it, there is a better future for you. Okay. But now, since you're not doing it, nothing in the present, guess what? There is nothing going to be for you in the future. And that's what a lot of the people now these days, they have issues of the presence of now. There is always an accident, but there is no accidents in this world. So, for example, I went to this beach today. And guess what? I'm going to the bar. I'm ordering a double coffee with a little bit of longer and a little bit of water and ice on it. And here it is, as a lady comes in and she's approaching me and like, "Excuse me, are you a Dio Veselinov?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am." Guess what? We are friends on Facebook. And she lives in Toronto. I used to live in Chicago. And we had a chit chat in the Facebook, but it's different when you're on the beach. You can't recognize, glasses and so on. And she had a hat on it. And like, "Oh, I am." I'm like, "Oh my God." Okay. There is no accident of meetings. There is no accident if you are in a tough situations right now. Uh, the tough situations will test you to understand the power of now. Okay. This situation comes in, the storm comes in, and you're like, "What I'm going to do within the storm?" You need to know what to do in the storm. Number one, you calm down from within the storm. And by you calming down from within the storm, and you have a power of understanding, can see where the store is going, what is going to hit, what is going to be the damage, what is going to be the situation. And then the soul is going to tell you, now control the storm. And this is how it's one of the best stoic um, practices. And when the tower moment comes in, you to be calm from within for a little bit, very calm. Don't act, don't react, just let the shock go through it. If you don't accept this, you don't calm down, the shock of this event is going to hit you, and it's going to make you to create something within the now that's not going to help you in the future. So one of the best practices of this is, what is in the moment? Can I survive in the moment? Can I do these things in the moment? What kind of actions I need to do in the moment? What new thing I have to do? So this cannot happen anymore. Okay. Um, lost my connection. I'm sorry. Uh, what about dreams? How about future? The dreams comes in. You need to understand the power of the dreams. It comes from the world of the ideas. Okay. There is nothing wrong to have a dreams. Dreams actually, it is coming into you. Uh, let's get here a little bit more. All right. The world of ideas and the dreams, they're coming to you like a download. You probably sit down and you did this to yourself, and you have this plan and you have this dream, or you build dream with someone. That is it. The God tells you, "Hey, here's what I got for you. Here's what I got for you. This is the dream. That is it." Okay. So he asks you about one thing: make the dream your plan. Plan. Okay. That's what you get that dream for it. Make that plan. And when you make that plan, when you get to the time, to the right timing, God says, "Okay, do it now. Get to work. Nothing else has to interesting you except this. Get to work." And you do it. You do perform into the material world. Now you execute the plan. You execute the dreams. Okay. And then you go back to God and it's like, "God, thank you for the idea." You might have a visions of doing something, creating something. Guess what? You put it on a piece of paper, you go ahead, and that's the plan. You execute that plan. Okay. But some of the people, they have a dream, they have a plan, they fail to execute the plan from within because of ego. The ego, it's kind of like, "Well, this plan is not going to work for me because you're going to look the soul. And guess what? I'm not going to be alive. I'm not going to be in charge. I'm not going to be the most important person. I'm not going to be in control. I'm not going to be this. I'm going to be that. And you go the negative path. And guess what? The plan fails. And that's what a lot of the people who are in family, they failed because one or the other person, it's really sabotaging the whole connections for it. That's how a lot of the twin flames, they're not true. They're not true twin flames because they haven't learned to be a true to themselves. They don't understand the power of interdependency. The power of interdependency is when a God gives them a dream, they can build it. But it is about the now. And sometimes, if you fail within the now, you understand it within the future. And then you understand that you screw up your future because you did something in the now long time ago when you're supposed to be act upon it. And guess what? You find out that was your ego sabotaging you. Now you're changing yourself. Now you go ahead and you have a reasons for it. Now you want to go back to the drawing board. You want to draw that dreams of you, and you put a plan and you execute it. This is the truth. This is the path of the truth, how the energy works within God, within the divine. Okay? Diana, several occasions the universe tests me to react into difficult situation. You know, will test to see if you have changed. If the universe passes you, move on. If not, the universe sets you back. Exactly. You need to understand no jokes with universe. You joke with universe, you create lies or manipulations within universe. Oh, God bless your soul. You're gonna get nailed down the road. But not only you, but everyone that depends on you. You need to understand that dependency is have two things on it. If you depend on someone, for example, if you for example, you depend of you go into work and they have to give you the paycheck. But all of a sudden, the company loses its 30% of its customers. And now the company has to lay off 30% of its personnel because it's impossible to pay. There is no customers that they're producing something. And guess what? You're one of these 30 people. Have you been prepared for this? Probably not. That's why when we did this financial help for it, 10% of your salary, you put it on a side, you have a saving account. So during dark times, you have something to lean on it, something to back up on it. So you can have like 2, 3 months of saving income. So now you can go ahead and find another job, get help. So the people, your family, they're your dependent. They're depending on you to put a foot on the table. Now you have a backup for it. But if you're a codependent person, okay, and you go and freak out within the now, guess what? The disaster is going to happen in the future just because of lack of actions. You need to understand that the actions are the most powerful things in the now. Your actions today, they can lead to the happiness tomorrow. But your lack of actions can lead to disasters tomorrow. It's all entirely up to you. And that's why it's not about the how, it is about the why. Because if you know the why, you will come to the how, whatever the situations might be it. So, Diana, thank you, Diana, for I really like your inputs here. I really like your chat here and the questions and the informations and the help with other members. And let's guys giving a little love to Diana. So she's here and she gives her energy here in the chat room and brings all these things so we can go more deeper. You need to have this brainstorming as a group, and Diana does a very good job of bringing it this as a group we can evolve for it. So there you go, CF. All right, another big revelation about now. I will not have my connection with my twin flame at 5D. If I don't focus on him, he will disappear in either. But because I pay close attention, he is in my present. You need to understand that if your twin flame doesn't pay attention to you, or they damaging the connection so bad, okay, that can cause a lot of situations. It's all depends on of what kind of personality you are. It's all depends on though, but what stage of evolutions you are. You need to understand that some of the twin flames they possess both energies from within them. That's mean that once person unites their feminine and masculine energy, you need to understand that those two coming together creates a androgenetic thing from within because you're inheriting both energies. Now they're rewriting your DNA, and the people who have the both two energies, or they're also known as the androgens. Okay, maybe some days you're gonna go through this. You need to understand that you play with these kind of people, you're dealing with this kind of energy. Be mindful about it because they can bring you to paradise, but it's screwed up. They'll bring you to hell. There is no because it's all about illuminations that they coming in for the truth. So if you stay in a present connection with your twin flame, it's good. It's great. It's powerful, but you need to understand that at some point the separation will determine the future because something wasn't right for it. If you're in separations with your twin flame right now, look from within, you illuminate from within. Okay. So Diana, very good power of staying into the now within the twin flame. Looking at within the twin flame, what is your current status? No connection, no status, or talk, or revaluations, or try to reach out, or whatever it might be. Okay, because the power of now, it's very powerful now because of the current energies are within it. Probably in the past 4 days, 5 days, the 5D within twin flames was too strong. You probably went through, oh, I love you so much. I hate you. I hate you. Within a matter, within an hour. Within a matter of an hour, you go from the one to the other, from the one to the other. The reason was that there was this disbalance. You need to understand that the ego inside of you screw up a lot of things. A lot. Okay. So, hey, Marshall, thank you for being here. So, yeah, guys, present. Look at your present now. If you have the best thing, you will understand that you are within the present. That is because of this. Inside of you, it's going to be only a past and the present. There is no future. You only get ideas, but there is no future. The future within the next hour can change. The future within the next minute can change. Maybe like within 20 minutes, the internet's going to go down. You're not going to talk about this anymore. We don't know. Why are you depending on the future? No. Dependent inside of you is you. you to learn to be interdependent from within yourself. You to be independent within your ego, in your soul. Ego is going to protect you from disasters, and your soul is going to be creating things. Because if you act on the ego based on the lower vibrations, you will understand you destroy things. But if you go and you illuminate yourself and understand that the ego is about protection and creates a guard around you, guess what? Now you're allowing the soul to build in a safe zone. The soul can lead you in a life, and the soul creates abundance or creates an income, creates a possibilities that you are going to flow with the current energies. And guess what? When you do that, you don't know what's going to happen in the next 10 minutes. Why do you worry about the next 10 minutes? No, you don't. But if you have an event that it's already set into the future, that is the thing. If you gotta be at work tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, you're gonna get up at 7 o'clock. You already know that. But you already know it now. Okay? That's what you gotta be. But that's how you create an abundance and the money for you. You're doing your exchange there in order to have money when a day comes in, which is that's going to become a what? It's going to become a present. So that's what I have for you. If you guys have some any more questions, I'm here to answer it. I hope you guys understand that it's not about the how, it is about the why. And look at it with this. You're gonna be feel free, by the way, when you stop thinking about the future. You're not going to waste your time and energy within the future because you understand that the future depends on the present. When you begin to understand that the past is past and there is only a lesson there, not a sentence, okay, you will have more energy within the present. And that's why when you gain this power of the present from within you and you do the right things in the present, now you're living in the present. And there is no more other happiness than this. You enjoy the moment, the beautiful moment of that. And that's what I wanted. How can I get flame up from my twin heart flame? Love online get. You can't make your twin flame do anything. You need to understand that when you go into this state of obsession and you try to manipulate or focus on your twin flame to do something, okay, you are codependent. Your twin flame, when they come to the illuminations that they have to be interdependent with you, which is a mutual agreement to depend of each other, then he's gonna come. Until that, if the one person or the other person demands things, there's nothing gonna happen. It's dependency. And this is the new way of illuminations that we are going to experiencing. Okay? Yeah, we will. And there's going to be some lot of changes in the next 6 months about this. A lot of people going to revalue their relationship with themselves, but also relationships with others. It's coming up. Oh yeah, I seen it. I seen it in astrology. So yeah, Gio, can you explain the time lapse? Depends on what are you talking about the time lapse. Okay. Marshall, give me some more info. So we're talking about time lapse. Okay. Talking about the time lapse spiritually, the time lapsing about the way the Milky Way is or the solar system. Because if you look at it, the time lapse that is about from within you. You can travel through the future and travel to the past, and all kind of like colliding from within you in the present. Time loop is basically, this is a time loop. That is actually the retrograde planets when we have energy. Spiritual. Spiritual, the time lapses when you coexist. Very good. Marshall, by the way, Marshall, thank you for being here, because you're very wise of the things, and you bringing to the group a value of your experience, and I admire you about this. Okay, so talking about the time lapse spiritual, this is your current time. This is a timeline and life before, and here is a timeline. Okay, that has been number 2. Here is about line 3. Now you have a situation X here. Okay. Is the now silent? No voices, only feeling. The now is not a silent. Actually, the now it's it is a all the time talking to you. It's like, do this, do that, get in there, figure that out, and go eat. And your body's telling you go to the bathroom. The now is always speaking. Okay. Marshall. Okay. So you have this X event situation, but you have that X situation in the past lives. So what happens is at that present moment, all the timelines, they begin like a movie to you. And the timelines are looking like this. Okay. Now the time lapses because all this, okay, they become a presence of now. Now the whole timelines of this situation, it comes in, and they kind of like in the present. You get the review of situations that happened many, many months ago, many, many situations ago. You have this all of a sudden review of past lives, and you feeling out of like coexisting in a 4 or 5 or 6, whatever you need to be, timelines from within yourself. And all of a sudden, all these times lapsing, you're losing this this time. You're like the now, the past, it's all one. Everything becomes one. This, by the way, okay, this time lapse, that is the black hole, and you need to understand that when there is a black hole, okay, the gravitational pull looks like a donut, okay. That's what they call the donut. And if you look at it right here in this section, that's what this is. Time lapses, okay. The time lapses in there, and during this time lapse, you're experiencing this powerful revelations from within you. Time lapse spirituality also happens when you go through this state, and for example, you're driving your car, and when you're driving your car from point A to point B, you have no idea how the hell did you get from point A to point B. You were somewhere else, you were someplace else, but you are also within the presence of now, that you got safety. You stop on every crosswalk. You stop on all the red traffic lights, but you don't remember it because the time elapsed from within yourself because of events that happen spontaneously back in the past, and they triggers you from within. Hi Sylvia, thank you for being here. Abrazo from Patagonia. Abrazo, claro. Muchas gracias, Silvia. Uh, yes, your perfect explanation. Yeah. By the way, that was a very good questions, Marshall. That was a very good question for it. And sometimes this could be a very kind of like a tricky parts that it's connecting with the now. Usually, when this moment comes into you, it is like rewards to yourself. It's like, okay, now I have to do something. I have to evolve. I have to get into this. I've done this many times in my past life. Now I understand why I am the way I am. And during this time lapses, okay, you need to understand that those time lapses they have a divine purpose. This is like the divine tells you, listen, you're making the same mistakes as in the past 3, 4, 5 timelines. Why are you doing it again? Why are you doing it again? Because every timeline that you've been to, it got worse and worse and worse. So, for example, you did something bad here. Let's say you stole $5, and that kind of like was disaster back in the days when there was there was the time when the dollar got the very first time. Okay, now you're here. Now you stole $500 times 10. You understand here. Now you're here. You stole 5, and now you're here. You're thinking about how to steal $5 million, and the divine comes in is like, nope. Here, what happens? Because the next time you do this, then that someone is gonna comes in and steal from you, and it comes in as a one event. But this also could be a you give so much from yourself. You loved so many people. They hurt you. You loved so many people. They hurt you. Now you love so many people. Create a boundaries. This is why the time lapse, if that comes from within you, this is also very close to the process of Dark Night of the Soul, by the way. Be careful of this. That's got a divine purpose 100% in there. There is no 98, there is no 99.5. No, it's all about divine purpose. That is a very rare time lapse event. Usually you see what you did within past lives. Very good question, Marshall. Wow. So yeah, I'm happy that we are doing this chat, guys. Man, that feels good. How about to pat yourself on the back, like? Okay, so what do you guys want to talk about today? If you have no more questions, let's figure it out. Whatever you guys want to talk about. I hope that you guys liked the today's chat. You guys liked the today's info. I hope it's going to help you in the present. I hope you're going to be able to look yourself within the with no more worries about the future, because your future depends on the now. If you're preparing now, guess what? You're going to be having a better future, and that's all there is. If you have any ideas about your future, write it down, make a plan, and execute the plan with actions. Okay, because actions of love, they will give you a better future from within with love. Future with love. But everything do with love, okay, guys? Exactly. Go team. Okay. We remember the past lives to change the future. No, Lisa. By the way, Lisa, thank you. No, that's not remembering. Mhm. The time lapse, okay? It is about really warning from the divine and tells you, like, don't you understand that's one of the lessons that you have to overcome? Doesn't understand that you keep repeating this, it's gonna get. Look what happened in your past life. The time lapse, that is at a time when Neo entering the room with so many TVs with the creator. And the creator is like, look, before. How many of you they did all that? What are you going to do now? That's a time lapse. The most powerful revelation moments of all time. But it's going to feel like sucks everything out of you. And let me tell you, it's a very powerful moment. And it is about you to make think. It's called choices. What choices are you going to make? Because there in the movie, he chooses the choices because he sees two different situations. The one that he destroys Smith, another is saving Trinity. What did he choose? He chose both. He got illuminated that he doesn't have to do choices. He has to make actions. And that's what this is. It's not about you to just go to work and abandon your family. No, you got to choose them both. It's not about you to go ahead and listen your ego. Okay, you have to have this peace from within between your ego and your soul. You have to have them both. It's gonna come up to this time, and that's what the illumination process is. That's what some of you here are very illuminated, and that's what this illumination process, illumination group, we're doing great things now. I believe in the next 6 7 months. Our group's gonna rose up because more and more people is gonna vibrate in this energy that we have as a illumination. But the question was like, if you look at it in the movie, uh, she knew that she's gonna get shot, but she did not knew that he's gonna save her. So that's what this is. Uh, Hola Silvia, no posible sustituirlo de la español porque el vivo. Solo por favor, la pregunta te la da una persona que está hablando inglés, solo traductor de tu. Muchas gracias. Abrazo. Yesterday I woke up so tired. I noticed when there was a new moon affecting my moon is in Cancer. I keep my butt. You need to understand the moon in Cancer is very powerful. She's home. But when the moon and the sun and the Lilith are coming together, it is about to kill that darkness from within, but to rise Lilith's power of giving of God to it. Lilith was chosen by God to lead the humanity, but Lilith chose her ego to destroy the humanity. So she destroys God in there. So when Lilith gets illuminated, you need to understand she's gonna get her rightful place within the humanity and fulfill her mission with God from within. But she understands that she has to protect her ego and build with her soul that God gave her. And that is the roughest lesson in this world, especially if you're within the feminine energy. If you're feminine with feminine energy and you have Lilith for specific zodiac signs where she's very powerful for it, you need to understand that a lot of new illumination is going to come in. So, sounds like a true warrior vibes from the heart with honor. Yes, Maria. Yes, it is. But who is the warrior? She. She's the warrior. But guess what? The warrior, when I have a fight within himself, he leads to destruction. But the warrior who win over himself and understand its divine powers, now that warrior conquer himself, and that warrior fulfill its destiny. And that's why a lot of the people right now who have this toxicity that was exposed over the past 2-3 years, and all this toxic relationship, narcissistic traits, all this narcissistic relationship, they're exactly for this, to awaken the darkness from within them so they can be illuminated and fight from within. And there is a whole generations born with Pluto and Scorpio. They have that from within for that reason, to illuminate themselves. And it's rough on them. It's rough. That's the Darth Vader part in us. Let's not talking about too much about Darth Vader, because you need to understand that Darth Vader was chosen one from the divine powers. There was no Jedi that ever had that power counts than anybody else, even Yoda. Okay. But if the good doesn't recognize the power, then that power, where would you gonna go if it's rejected by the good to lead? That power was manipulated by the Dark Lord, by the Sidious, and that's what turned Anakin from the ignorance from the light and from the manipulations of the dark. And a lot of the people, they will be getting their journey like this. But there's going to be a people who's going to turn against their manipulator, and they're going to live happy life, and they're going to stand next to the divine powers and fulfill their destiny. So, I mean, again, there is so much within the Star Wars movies, and you got to understand in there. But when the time comes in, you guys will learn things from within, because the whole Star Wars is actually a stoic philosophy. Okay. That is you need to understand what when you make the divine choice to stand next to God, to obey the rules of God and everything else, and if someone crossed that path, they will see things beyond their measure. Okay, so that's what I'm leaving you guys. But let's decide what are we guys going to talk about tomorrow. Okay, so let's see who talks what. Sounds like true warrior vibes. Okay. Anyone ideas? I was conflict a minute ago between the Frozen movie and Star Wars. Frozen. Yeah, but then the Frozen, when you get a gift and you kind of like damage gifts, okay, use your gift for something else and you create damages, you learn how to control. And now from the control, you learn how to accept who you are. Accepting as who you are and how to use it to create love for it. That was good. But Star Wars, the whole Star Wars, I'm talking about specifically the first six original series for it. You need to watch the life of Anakin from what he turns to what and what he does at the end, and how the help of Luke helped him to solve the family karma. That's what this is. It's a lot of connecting to the twin flames. Let me tell you, Star Wars, the last three series are very connecting with the twin flames. Because if you look at it, Kylo Ren and Rey Skywalker, they are under again. They both have the light and the dark from within. They are the power of life, of the creations, of the force, of the divine. Too many secrets. Healing the soul and the impact on the twin flames. How about moving on from twin flame, Lilith energy with feminine powers, ice versus scorch earth. Oh God, you guys are okay. Healing the soul and impact on the twin flame journey. That's a good one, right? I like it. If somebody like the Ray's proposal, put Ray okay in the chat so we can see how many. What about moving on from twin flames? Yes, that is a good one, John. Actually, that's a pretty good, because why you want to moving on from twin flame? Yeah, especially if there is a toxic things, they don't help you to evolve. Ray, I also like John's. Yeah, with feminine powers, a Lilith energy. Do you really guys want me to talk about Lilith? Oh, Unseen set, right? Okay. Hi, Unseen. Thank you for came out of the shadow and you make yourself unseen to be seen. I love that part. For man, guys, I love you. All right. Luana, Ray. All right. Yeah, Lilith interesting too. I thought so, Ray. Kind of like send your energy about Lilith. Lilith is all over my chart. I want all three topics. Guys, okay. How about this? I'm going to put all the three topics. And we are going to do a workshop on, let's see. Today it's Wednesday. How about on Saturday? We're going to go do a 4 or 5 hours workshop. That will be blowing off the chart, and that way a lot of people is going to be in, and that's going to be open chat workshop, questions and answers, and that way we're going to discuss all three. But for tomorrow we need something for tomorrow, so all right, let me write this down. And if you need change. Is any of you singing the Godfather song? Okay. Let me get into them. Ray. Healing. Healing the soul. And it is impact on the twin flame journey. Ray. Moving off from your twin flame. And John. And Lilith. Q and A. Questions and answer. All right, I wrote them down. Guys, get the popcorn. Okay, I'll get a bowl of pre-made coffee and a bottle of tonic. I'm drinking a pink tonic, and you guys get the popcorn. Okay, so we're going to do. They always pull me back in Godfather. Yeah, I don't know. Once in a while, there is a song singing inside of me, in my head. So unseen, unsaid. Dio is mixed recipe. Yeah. Usually, I don't know. Cocktails. Oh, see. All right. Here's Dio's recipe in Dio cocktail. Okay. So 1 part gin, 1 part coconut rum. Okay. And you put a pineapple juice, a little bit of lime juice, and a live lime in there. Oh, Maria, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Okay. So now, CC, you know the Dios cocktail. Okay. Just be careful after the second one. If you're not doing properly, make sure you're going to be underneath the table. All right. I love the Caribbeans, but gin and rum, it's never been mixed in a mix. So this is a good stuff. Pirate handles only. Okay, CC. So don't say I didn't warn. I didn't tell you. It's for the pirates. Okay. Yeah. God bless Johnny Depp, right? All right. What I'm going to talk to you tomorrow, guys. Let's go. Let's pick up something pretty quick. We picked up this tree for Saturday. Thank you, Dio. Thank you. Well, Dio, Dutch. Okay. Благодаря, CC, Bulgarian. All right. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Let me look something. I'm going to look the energies for tomorrow. Okay, 24 hours forward. The moon is gonna be where Mars and Pluto, but divine energies with Saturn. Okay. All right, Luana, you guys welcome. That's what I'm picking up for tomorrow. You guys agree? That's what we are going to talking about, the illumination to God. So if you guys having it, a few words before we're kind of like closing down this chat for today. Your why. Your why within the present will determine it, the why of the future. Look from deep within your soul what your why is. Because if your why is just to have a simple life, your why is not big enough. If your why is just to be with your twin flame and think that you have life, is not big enough. If your why it is about you to kind of like create something that you can support yourself, is not big enough. So think about it, how big your why is. What are you trying to achieve? What are your connection with the universe is your why is connecting with universe. And there you're gonna find how big is your why, because how big is your why will determine it how are gonna be your actions in the future. Don't think small, think huge. Think huge from within. Don't look within the limits. The ego will try to limit you. The soul has no limits, neither the universe. Why you? So find your why and you will find the how. All right, guys. Thank you. Be love, guys. Be love.